Okay, awesome. Welcome to our Opulent Freedom Lifestyle event. My name's Jana and I'll be hosting the majority of the event tonight. We're super excited because we've actually got a couple of different teams all linking in with our event tonight, and we love that because obviously that means more shares, different stories. But what we've also got is two gorgeous girls launching their business tonight. So we're super excited to hear from them. So if you've hopped on tonight, thank you so much for jumping on. Obviously, they've invited you because they care about you, and they're excited about showing you something that we love and we're super passionate about sharing. So for myself, I came across this amazing program or product first, to be honest. I was looking for something for my husband. He's that token bloke that only eats meat and potato, and I was really worried about inflammation for him in the future. I wasn't looking for something for me because I was that token healthy wife that did a lot of juicing and ate her 3 to 5 meals a day. But what happened was the opportunity came up a little while after I'd been researching the product. And once I realised it was Juice Plus, I sort of asked a lot of questions beforehand, but being I was super skeptic, and it just seemed too good to be true, to be honest. But asked those lots of questions and met this amazing woman called Lauren who shared me the business, and I got on the product as well as my husband, but I also said yes to the business. So fast forward, 4 months within the business, I was able to go part-time because at the time I was working full-time as a public servant. I'd been with the Defence for 11 years and had just transferred over to Department of Human Services. So that's like Centrelink here in Australia, and it was horrendous. I had just returned from maternity leave. I had a new team, new responsibilities, longer hours, more commuting. For the first time in my life, my mental and my physical health was both so poor with all the running around and missing my children, I think, and lots of mummy guilt, that I needed something to change, but I just didn't know what. So this opportunity came up, and I, asked all those questions and said yes. So 4 months in, I was able to go part-time, but 10 months in, I was able to quit. So after a total of 12 and a half years, I think, with as a public servant, I was able to leave that job, that 9 to 5. It was never 9 to 5, I promise you, but and be at home with my children. And I never thought that would be possible. It was never on my vision board to do so. I thought I'd do what my parents did, work those 9 to 5 until I'm up to retirement age and just face the truth that, I'd miss out on a lot of things with my children. That's just the way it was. That was the normal way of life. But, seeing this opportunity and watching myself grow and all these people around me has really made that difference in seeing that there's so many opportunities out there, and this one is truly amazing in what it can be for you and what it's been for me. So we're super fortunate that we come under an amazing team. Yes, we do get to share the product, program and opportunity in over 29 countries, but here we come under an amazing team from Queensland, and they built our program. So we've got an amazing program called the Juicy Body Transformation. I know, funny name, but we do love it. It's great. It's not a strict diet. It's deprivation free. It's all those yummy foods that you're wanting and craving. You just don't know how to cook them. For a lot of people, they want to make that, health change in their life. They just don't know how to do it. Our recipes are super easy. The instructions are foolproof. But it's all about getting that rainbow effect back into each and every household. It gets the kids involved in the kitchen and starts them, early. We've got an amazing detox, a gourmet cleanse. We've got over 300 odd recipes in the JBT, and she's constantly growing that. And when I say she, our program's been built from an amazing woman called Kira Westwick and a team behind her. She's a nutritionist and a mama of 2 gorgeous girls, and she's built our program around our products. So, she puts a lot of work into this. She was MasterChef runner-up, top 10 in 2014. She was the token healthy chick, and she's created over 6 ebooks for us. So again, when I say deprivation free, there's chocolate in there. There's some amazing desserts in there, but there's some amazing recipes too that get you really excited about getting into the kitchen and feeding your family again, because sometimes it's just the boredom of the same things over and over and over again. So this really helps get that happening in everybody's household. So it's called the Juicy Body Transformation. Oh, and it is all online. We all get to be part of an online private group for life. So once somebody signs up to our amazing products, they get to be a part of that program and in that private group for life. So they get access to the ebooks, they get that support, they get motivation and inspiration. Other whole food recipes are shared in there, health tips, at-home exercises, pantry tips, how to pre-plan meals for the week for us busy families that are on the go. It is truly a really wonderful program, and we love sharing it, and we love that Kira is always growing it for us. So we can share it with our clients. So she's built that around the amazing product Juice Plus. Okay, Juice Plus, I know when I first say that to some people that haven't heard of it before, straight away think it's juice. And it kind of is in a way, because it is just compressed juice. But Juice Plus, the actual company itself, has been around for over 46 years. Okay, but the product over 26. So we've got over 26 years worth of results. But what we've also got is over 36 peer-reviewed scientific studies. All right, and that is unheard of. Yes, Juice Plus helped fund these studies, but to get that gold label on there that they're peer-reviewed, that's unheard of, and you can't pay any money towards that happening. So that's super amazing that we get to share those studies with everybody. So they're all based around our hero product, which is our fruits, vegetables, and berry blend capsules. Okay. So when we take these on a daily basis, we're literally getting an extra variety of over 27 fruits, vegetables, and berries. All right, well, that's pretty cool considering government wants us to take 3 to 5 every day, but science is suggesting we need to be more along the lines of 9 to 11. Okay, 3 to 5, yeah, that's pretty doable for most families. But, 9 to 11, and 9 to 11 is because of our lifestyles. We're also busy with work, school, activities that we're getting quite run down, and because of our produce. The level or the nutritional value of the items that we are getting into our bodies just aren't what they used to be 40 years ago. The produce that goes into our capsules is literally grown just for the product. All right. The produce we're getting from our supermarkets, it's getting pulled off the vine before it, should be. So it's not at its full nutritional value. It's then getting sprayed or getting different waxes and chemicals put on it, ready for the journey to wherever it's going. And we're seeing it a week or two later. And then if it's vegetables, we're also cooking out a lot of the nutrients. But the produce that goes in here, literally grown just for the product. So it gets to stay on the vine until it is at its highest cellular level. All right. And then it is picked and it's taken into our factories. But our factories are co-located with our farms. So there's not much travel involved. And they're taken in where they are cleaned and washed, pulped and juiced, all that liquid and sugar. Coincidentally, the sugar comes out, which is great. And then it's slowly heated at a process that turns it into that condensed powder that gets capsulated into our vegan vegetarian capsule. But it keeps all of those live enzymes, micronutrition, and phytonutrients intact, which is amazing. So getting it at that level, what that creates is craveability. All right, when you're flooding your body with nutrients at that level on a daily basis, you're going to crave more of that. That's why our program is so amazing, because you're wanting more of that into your body, so you can match it up with the program and cook along with the product. The varieties that go into these are amazing. It's not because that's what's grown in that area. It's when they get put into these capsules together. So for instance, the vegetable blend, you've got carrot, cabbage, kale, broccoli, beet, tomato, parsley, and spinach. All those are amazing ingredients, but put them in together into our capsule, they work so much better in synergy, creating a better, vitamin E or D or fiber, because they're in there together. When we're eating them, they're still amazing. And Juice Plus, it is definitely not designed to replace a healthy diet at all. But if you add it to a not so good diet or an already amazing diet, there's still results to be had. And it's so amazing to see how different this is for everybody, because we all absorb things differently when it comes to nutrition, but we've all got inflammation differently. So when you take it, Juice Plus is going to go where it needs to go to do the work. Okay, so my results are going to be different to yours and to the next person's. What we love about it also is there's no warning label. Okay, so it's perfectly safe if you're breastfeeding, if you're pregnant, because it's just fruits, vegetables, and berries. There's no synthetic ingredients, no artificial ingredients, and no GMO sprays on our produce either. So that's beautiful. And, you can read the label. There's not some ridiculous label on there that you need a science degree to read, because I just literally read you out the vegetables, and we all know what they are. And You know, I know looking at the berry blend and the fruit blend, I can't get all those into my diet every day. Sure, I'm getting plenty in there and half of them aren't on these, but adding those as well just really ups my variety each and every day, which is brilliant. So that's literally, you know, our micronutrition. The oil in the engine gets our body working at that opulent level that we all want and we don't realize we're probably not running at. And that was something my husband noticed when he stopped taking the product. But that's our micronutrition. And I mentioned those studies before, and we're a part of one here in Australia at the moment. And that's the Kids Eat Free study. So when any of the parents, you know, get to take our Juice Plus whole food capsules, they get to sponsor a child for free for 4 years between the ages of 4 and 18. And they can either take the fruit and vegetable capsule for the older children, or they get to have it in a yummy chew form. Okay, so that's literally the same powder that's in our fruits and vegetables, but it's joined with an all-natural plant-based tapioca. So they're super yummy. They've got some of that sort, you know, some of the normal sugar from the fruits and vegetables in there, but just with tapioca, no artificial sugar. You know, I remember having a quick look back at what my kids were taking before to now, and it listed, you know, about 20 phytonutrients in my kids' chews. We can't list the phytonutrients on our chews because just the apple on its own has over 10,000 phytonutrients. So it just blows my mind. I know being a parent, I've got a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old. My 5-year-old eats amazingly. But when I send him off to kinder, what he switches out of his lunchbox to the other kids, I don't know. But knowing he's getting his Juice Plus into his little body each and every day is my, you know, my thought of mine that I know that he's covered. With my 2-year-old, he's like his dad. He picks out anything that's a rainbow, anything that's orange, anything that's red, anything that's green. He pulls it out of his plate. So that Juice Plus going into his body is huge for me as well. And both my little boys suffered heavily from croup at a very young age. And if nothing else, that is the big reason why we'll stay on Juice Plus forever, because after that first 4 months was over, and this was a vicious cycle for my family with croup and was turning into baby asthma, that had gone. And that was horrible for me and Luke. Lots of hospital visits, lots of asthma pump preventative and steroid medication. So if you know, as much as we had plenty of other results, if that nothing else, that was the one that was going to keep us with Juice Plus. So, you know, obviously lots of results are coming through with that study. Kids are sleeping better cognitive behavior, from me, respiratory, skin, psoriasis, eczema, acne, all those sort of things. Are coming through with that product too, but again, different for everybody. Our only other product, because we're not a company with some crazy big catalog long to confuse you on what to take, you know, when when I and myself and the kids are taking the capsules and the chews, micronutrition, all right, oil in the engine, but we've got to fuel it. Okay, yes, we have our 3 to 5 meals a day, but what we add into those is our complete shakes. So these are designed as a nutritional health drink. All right, they weren't designed to be a meal replacement, but if you add the right things and you've got weight to lose, they could probably definitely help with that as well. But what we like to use them for, me and the kids are on, you know, we're flat out in the morning. So we'll add our frozen berries, bananas, oats, all those yummy things, and we'll have our smoothie in the morning. And this keeps me going until lunchtime, because otherwise I'm just snacking on toast. I don't drink coffee, so I can't say I'm just snacking on toast and coffee, but I know that's a lot of mums out there. Toast and coffee, that's what we live on in the mornings until we get through to lunchtime. But I'm also in the gym, you know, 3-4 times a day. So these are great as a post-workout smoothie, because they're full of over 30 plant-based ingredients. Again, no synthetic, no artificial ingredients. They've got some natural sweetener in there from sugarcane and stevia. But then they've got all these amazing things from our plants, you know, alfalfa sprouts, radish sprouts, broccoli, quinoa, millet. And then you're looking at vitamin D from pomegranate and mushroom powder. Vitamin D is hard to get, especially when you're pregnant. You seem to always need to go on that extra vitamin D capsule. And then you're also looking at, you obviously got vitamin B in there, complex vitamin B niacin. Niacin's a beautiful thing to be adding to your body, which comes from greeny leaves. All right, and that helps as a mood balancer. So between the extra energy in your capsules, with your body running so much better and having that, we're seeing lots of results with anxiety and depression also. And that's more common now, because people are understanding what that is and what it needs and how we need to counter it. For a lot of people, it is health related. So it's amazing that we can add these things into our body and help that help. So yeah, that's it. That's our products in a nutshell and our program, and that's why we're always excited to share about it. You know, in some ways, I would love to have heard about it years ago, but I'm so blessed that I found it now and get to be a part of this amazing team and tribe going forward. So that's enough from me right now. I'm going to grab a couple of the girls to share. I'm just going to find Kath. Oh, where is she? Oh, she's waving. So, Kath, for you, where were you before Juice Plus? What amazing results have you had so far, and why do you love sharing it?
Hey everyone. So I've been on the products for 2 years. My daughter was 9 months when I found out about the product. A close friend of mine had suffered with depression, and did a 360. She was full of energy. She had lost weight and she was just loving life. And I thought to myself, wow, what is she doing? So I picked her brains and found out that it was Juice Plus. And at the time I was anemic, I was low in vitamin D, and I was looking for something to help me lose that last bit of baby weight. But I was also very unhealthy. I was a yo-yo dieter. I'd quite easily eat a slab of chocolate and then think that a walk around the block would burn it off, and how wrong was I? So I really needed that guidance and support, and that's where the programs really helped me. So within 2 months I lost 11 kilos. And with the capsules, I mean, a lot of people do notice a difference with energy within a couple of days, even just a week. But for myself, being anemic, it did take me about a month to notice my energy levels. But I was really happy the fact that after a couple of months, I had my bloods test again and I was actually all clear and I could come off those iron tablets, which is awesome because if anyone's been on them before, they do make you a bit constipated. So I was pretty relieved to know that I could throw them in the bin. But not only that, for ever since I was 16, I used to go 3 to 5 months without a period, and I just thought that was normal for me. That was just my body and how it worked. But once I started the capsules, I noticed that I had a period on the dot every single month, which was just insane. I never realised how much my body was lacking. And obviously it needed those nutrients to function properly. And within the 4th month, I fell pregnant with my second. So if you're not trying to get pregnant, just be very careful. And so that was just super exciting that it just happened so easily, whereas with our first, it did take quite some time. And also with recovery in pregnancy too. So when I had my second, it was just so amazing. The next day after natural birth, I was out and about. I went for lunch and then I went to the market. Couldn't believe how I recovered. And even the doctors had said to me, do you want any painkillers? And I was like, I just need a glass of water. That was about it. So it was just absolutely amazing for me. And being from England, I quite easily would just go for pie and mash and bangers and mash, proper pub food. But since being on the program and the support groups and having recipes thrown at you for ideas and inspiration, it's just amazing that you can go through your journey and not be deprived of food. I have a huge sweet tooth. And especially as Joanna mentioned with the complete powder, you can actually make treats with them. So I tend to make brownies and energy balls just to help me. If I've got those cravings in the afternoon, I can just snack on those and not feel guilty about it. So yeah, it's been really amazing for us, and the kids are on the chews now, so we're really hoping to see some good results with them too. Thanks, Jana.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, Kath. Also, I'm just going to, now I know Elsa's having a little problems technically, but we'll give it a go anyway. So Elsa, for you, where were you before Juice Plus came into your life, or how did it come into your life? What results have you had so far, and why do you love sharing it?
All right, yeah, thanks, Jana, and thanks, everyone, and congrats, Kelly, on a second launch as well. With me, Juice Plus, it came at a time when I was looking to improve my health. Turning 50, I saw that everything was not good on my body, my bones, arthritis, backache, and my weight too. At least I needed to do something about it. I've tried a few other things. Then Melody introduced me to Juice Plus. Yeah, she just told me, because we used to talk about no health issues, and then she told me she's come across this other good way, exciting method. Business, and also there's all the things we want in it. So anyway, I got interested in that, and when I heard about the product, it all made sense with, with a nursing background at the moment, running my own family daycare. With the information given about the product, the wellness of it, the real food, no chemical added, it was just, so good. I saw that it's a good thing to do. As the other lady shared, when we're taking vitamins and things, sometimes you've got that after effect that you have, and you don't feel like continuing to take. So anyway, I thought I'll give this one a trial. I'm on the fourth week with the fruit, veg, and berries. And I will say I saw the results in a week. My energy levels were really up, because in the morning usually I would really wake up, with that. I wouldn't look forward to the day really, because I was usually tired, trodden down, trying to run after the kids and all the things. So in a week, my energy levels were high. And last time I did mention that when I started listening to everyone sharing, I was really doubting about this energy level, because everyone was talking about it, and I thought, oh, everyone is taught in this business to say that, but no, I saw it for myself, which was really a good thing. And then also I saw that even the cravings, the second week or so, are starting to crave for fruit and veg. Really, and my whole family, I've introduced them to that, and yes, I've got teenagers. Teenagers don't like vegetables, so I'm happy now that I'm giving them that gap, which scientifically we're recommended to have that. As if I remember, Jana always says now it's about 9 to 11 servings. So, which is not possible if you are just cooking vegetables at home, and sometimes, the way you cook, all the nutrients are gone and everything. So now I'm happy that at least I'm giving my family something in their bodies. And also my grandson has got chewies, and we share those together, and I'm happy that we're nibbling on something and giving him something that is wholesome to his body and helping him solve. He's looking forward to see how it helps him as well. And then I'm also on the shakes. The shakes is my second week now, end of second week. Yeah, the shakes for me, I'm looking forward to weight loss. Yeah, I've actually lost about 2 kilos. Yeah, I'm actually replacing a meal with it, and making a good thick shake with it and some other things. So yeah, it's really been good. Even my children are starting also to test the shakes as well, just to boost them up. Yeah, it's the products are really quite good. So I'm happy to share to everyone, and I'm telling, those that I can tell, of course not mentioning the products, I'm telling them others. Even yesterday I was at a function, and some people were actually commenting, something, oh, you've lost a bit, oh, you look brighter, and the like. Yeah, so
Awesome.
it's really working for me. Yeah.
Oh, well done. That's amazing, Elsa. Such great results so quickly
Yes.
In the process of taking your product. Thank you so much for sharing. Awesome. All right, so that's just a couple results there, and one very early and one that's been on the product for quite some time. And like I said to you, it's different for everybody. Inflammation's different, and how we absorb and where it goes and what it does. It's just amazing, and I love getting onto different events and hearing people share their results. So now, just before we hear from the girls that are launching, I'm just going to, nut out a few queries that sort of come up when it comes to considering the business. Lots of people come to us for different reasons for the business, or we suggest it because they're in love with the product, and they might have a whole household that needs to be covered on Juice Plus. Because Juice Plus isn't something that you want to come in and think about short-term wise, because literally you're allowing an extra 27 fruits and vegetables and berries to get into your body on a daily basis. Sure, you can stop it, but you're just not going to get that variety in anymore. So lots of questions come to us, and me, that's where I was at the beginning. I was super skeptical. I'd owned a restaurant for 3 years while I was in the defence. So I didn't want to fall into that trap of having to work hundreds of hours. And I was working full-time in the Navy, and I owned a restaurant. So I was doing 80 odd hours a week, and it was just ridiculous. But I didn't want to get into a trap where I was working my bottom off, because I can't come into something and not do it at 110% and be working for somebody sitting up at the top while I do all the work down the bottom. So one of those structures, one of those schemes, I guess. But I guess that's where I was with the Department of Human Services or the Department of Defence. So the best way to show you that is, to consider, Safeway or Coles, any of those big corporations or businesses, I guess, they've all got that CEO. at the top. So for me, it would have been the Chief of Defence in the Navy or the MP with the Department of Human Services. But when you're thinking about Coles or Safeway or any of those, you know, they've all got their board of directors, state managers, area managers, store managers, you know, maybe deli managers and so forth. And then they've got the people that put through our groceries. But it's not really people much anymore either, is it? They've got those electric tellers there. Or if you're like me and don't really like shopping all that much, you might be doing it online. So somebody else is doing that, and it's normally these guys. So these guys have been replaced by the electric tellers, and they've all had to upskill or train a little bit differently, and they've been asked to either apply for one of these positions here or take over my shopping for me, because I'm putting it through online. So someone's got to go do that shopping for me, and someone's got to deliver it. So for them to go through the, you know, this process here, they've either got to apply for that or that, or leave, more or less, and they've got to go up against each other to ensure that they still have a job. Okay, so you know, Sally and Tim, you know, those people that I'm used to see on the checkouts, they're all upskilling and going for these jobs. And if Sally wins that job, you know, her friends are going to be all cranky below her. She's had to step on them to get to that position, and she's feeling a bit guilty because she's got to that position also. The other thing is, you know, this person here might come in and they might be driven, focused, and their big plan is to climb that ladder, to get to that CEO. But it's only one of those positions in traditional business. And they normally get rehired from external. They're going to come from another organisation. They've already been CEO. They've already had that tertiary education. The likeliness of anybody down here ever getting to this position, and if it was even possible, it'd be like 30 years in the organisation before anybody would ever be considered at that top position. You know, if it was like me, you know, where I was with the Defence and Department of Human Services, I was in this middle section. So I was that engine, you know what I mean? I was putting in massive hours, had massive responsibilities, definitely didn't have that work home life ratio. Sure, I had plenty of money because I was getting paid very well, but it was, you know, so stressful on my family. I wasn't seeing my children. I was getting super run down, and it just wasn't working. It wasn't working for me. What I love about our business, it's literally that on its head, okay? So we come in at what we call a virtual franchise. We do have a top position. It's called NMD. We do have promotional levels. All right. If this CEO of Coles wants to come and join our business, he can. He's not going to come in at the CEO, but he's going to join where we all join as a virtual franchise. We're going to link arms with him or her. We're going to show them how to do. They're going to be teachable, driven, and willing to learn. And we're going to show them each step of the way to build up our promotional level. They can't do it unless they link arms with us, unless they want to be a part of the team. Sure, it's going to be their own business and it's going to be beautiful however they grow it. But if they're not teachable and driven and willing to do that, they're not going to do that. And just say, I was here in this middle level here and I joined up this new CEO from another business and I didn't link arms with them and help them get to these positions. I'm going to stay here. I'm not going to grow either. All right. But we all come in here, and the difference between this one and this one is we all get the chance to get to NMD, National Marketing Director. There is no cap. The roof is off. We all get that opportunity to grow our business and to climb up there. You don't need to come into this business and be the guru. You don't need to know everything. You just need to be willing to let somebody help you and support you and guide you, and grow that. You know, that's the biggest thing for me with this business. When I left the Defence, I had an amazing community. I lost that when I left that. And the community that I've gained with Juice Plus is by far the best part of my journey so far. The friendships I've built, the mentoring, watching my team follow in my footsteps and do that duplication. It's such a beautiful, beautiful thing to watch. But one thing I was really nervous about when I came in, because I wasn't using social media and I was super, you know, I was hiding. I felt like the walls were caving in. You know, I didn't know how to talk to my best friend or my family. I was so run down and tired. I was just a robot doing what I needed to do to get by each day. So when this opportunity was shared, I'm like, oh, I just don't know if I know enough people. I don't know if I can share this. I don't know if I can talk to people in an event, let alone share it. But Lauren, the girl that I reached out to, she showed me how to share it. And because people saw that change in me so quickly, I was excited about something. I could see, you know, the light at the end of the tunnel. I managed to find a few beautiful people that wanted to try the product with me. But what I found really early was a couple of people that either wanted the product and wanted it a bit cheaper, they wanted a travel account, or they wanted this to be their vehicle to change their life. So I found Lindsay, I found Catherine, and I found Steph. I just showed them exactly what Lauren had shown me, you know, step by step, duplication, help them find a few customers. And then what happened was they went and found a few team each also. Okay, so Catherine went and found Michelle over in Tasmania. Michelle then shared it with her brother back over here in Melbourne. And then he shared it with Zoe over in Townsville. You know, Lindsay's gone and shared it with Mal, who then shared it with Nat. Oh, funny a space. Then she's gone and shared it with Melody, all right, who's then shared it with Elsa, who just shared tonight. And Elsa's then gone and shared it with Philly. All right. All these girls are doing, 3 girls. I only knew these girls at the beginning and my few customers. They're just doing teach to teach. Melody, Lindsay showed Melody. Catherine showed Michelle and Steph. And this just keeps going. It's so organic. There's no pressure, no cold sales, no telling people that they should be doing something or they should be taking something. It's all just sharing your journey and creating that little bit of intrigue and showing what's really, truly available to them. So that's just a little bit of the business. Now I'm super excited to hear from the girls. So I'm going to grab Philly. If you're ready, I'm going to spotlight you. So how did Juice Plus come into your life? I know you're only just got your product, if you've even got it just yet. What results are you looking forward to, and why did the business make sense to you?
Okay. Yeah, I was introduced by Elsa, and she told me like how it has boosted the energy levels. So sometimes I always feel tired. I guess it's overworking. So I'm looking forward to take the products and also reduce weight with the shakes. And yeah, and also the other enticing thing is that you get retains when you're using the products, when you gather enough points and things like that. So I said, okay, I've been to others before that didn't really give me as they promised. Let me try this one. Yes, so I've yet to receive my order. I think it will be here tomorrow maybe.
Mute. Sorry, I do that all the time. I like to chat and then realised I'm on mute. So Kylie, I'm going to grab you now, hun. So how did Juice Plus come into your life? Or where'd you go? You just moved. I'm not sure about if you're already on the product or if you haven't been, so I'm excited to hear your story. And why did the business make sense to you?
Oh, it's me. Hi. Look, I started the product probably about 4 weeks ago. I'm always a naturally pretty positive and energetic sort of person. So for me, you know, I'm always trying new things. I'm always pretty entrepreneurial. I have a background in sales full time. So I'm doing a leadership course and finishing my diploma next year. So I'm one of those people who sort of does a bit of everything all at once. But last year I had a baby and had my son in October. And when I had him, you know, naturally being a mother, you want to give him the best of everything. I was sleep deprived. I was emotional. I had post-pregnancy hair loss, a low libido, so hubby wasn't too happy. But, you know, I naturally just wanted to try the products. I thought, well, if I'm giving my son the best of everything, why don't we do that for ourselves? And it took me a little while to sort of realise that, and I think a lot of people go through that. You know, shortly after starting, I noticed a big difference. My partner started not long after, probably about a week after, and naturally males are pretty skeptical, but he noticed a change in his attitude within days. His hair is thicker, his hair loss, you know, has literally stopped. So we are, you know, natural advocates for the product. We love the product already, so we're really excited to share what else is coming. For me, naturally being entrepreneurial, you know, to hear that I could sell the product and make money as well, which didn't seem all that difficult to me. Yet naturally, it was a really good choice for me. So I guess for anyone that is considering it, just share your story. It's not really that daunting. It's just a matter of, being passionate about the product. Just be yourself. You don't have to fake it, and go your hardest. So that's my advice. So
awesome, well done. And I love that you say that your husband, got patience and a little, like, because I say that to people all the time. I'm like, if I don't know if it's possible, but my husband's got patience now. But it's just like their body's running better. They've got more energy and they're happy too. Cool. Thanks so much, Kylie. It's great to hear your story because, we didn't know each other before that. So that was lovely. So I'm just going to go over how we get paid and just hear from a couple more girls. And then that's pretty much it. So the girls are going to share some exciting things that's happened with them in the business. But a lot of people are always interested in how we get paid. And our business plan does change around those 29 countries that we get to share with. But here in Australia and New Zealand, I think our business plan's the best out of the lot. That's probably just because I don't know a great deal about the other ones, to be honest. But we get paid in retail profit and commission. Okay, that's what builds our residual income, that beach money. So that builds each month. I've been fortunate enough that, in the 19 months in the business, that's grown each and every month. And that's great, thinking about retiring and super and all those things. It's all within my residual income, and I love that. The thing that we like to talk about is the bonuses. All right. And I think that's because we just come under such a wonderful team. Predominantly this business is females, but we do have some amazing males in the business also. But some of these crazy women have really, grown onto us that we don't look after ourselves enough. We don't spoil ourselves enough. And when we do that, we're so happy and we're lit up from the inside. That just helps everybody else around us, whether it's friends or family. So we get these beautiful bonuses along the way. These are incentives. They're to help you have an amazing start so you can see what it's going to be like in the future. So we start off at that virtual franchise like I talked about earlier. And there is a promotion here. It's called DVF right at the beginning that we don't touch on a great deal, but that's normally done so quickly at the beginning that we don't even see it. It flies by. But the first big bonus is $400 for you and for your teacher, and it's called Senior Direct Virtual Franchise. Ignore the names; they're just crazy acronyms and crazy words you don't need to know about. But by this stage, you've shared it with quite a few customers, and you've probably shared it with one or two people. The opportunity the opportunity to get the product cheaper, opportunity to gain a bit of income, not live, by pay and count all those cents and have nothing left in your wallet at the end of the week or month, however you get paid. But by here, you've got it, and you've got SDVF. So you've kicked off and you've got this bonus here. But we're a teach-to-teach business. So your teacher also gets that bonus. All right? I don't want you to think, oh, wow, this greedy teacher's going to get all these bonuses because I'm doing so well. Because don't forget, you too become the teacher. You've already added one or two team to your business. You want to keep them hot on your heels, duplicating exactly what you've done in the business, following you all the way up. So just say you did, bring on 1 to 2 people in that first month and they get to SDVF. Well, you're going to get that bonus times 2 because you're their teacher. All right. So don't forget, you too are going to be the teacher as you grow this. Even though you're trying to get these bonuses and promotions yourself, you're going to get the teacher bonuses too. So you keep going, you keep sharing it with a few more people. Some of your customers will probably turn into team 2 because they're going to fall in love with the tribe, the motivation, the inspiration, the program, the product. And you're going to be working towards SC. Okay, and here it's a $600 bonus for you, a $600 bonus for your teacher. Okay, and here things start to change a little bit. Where you spend your time, how you're going to do your work, how you're going to do your business. Because, you're starting to help other people below you see the bigger opportunity, build their why. Why are they doing this? What do they want to accomplish? And then keep growing from there. Next bonus is $1,200 bonus for you, $1,200 bonus for your teacher. And that's Senior Sales Coordinator. By then, you are starting to really grow into what we call a servant leader. You're starting to grow little teams below you, help them get to SC, help them see the bigger picture, the bigger vehicle behind what this could be. And that's where, you know, you start to get super passionate about sharing this opportunity more. Yes, we've got an amazing product and a program, but the opportunity, what that gives you in reward of watching how it changes people's lives is truly amazing. So I'm going to get out to 2 other girls to share before I just finish it off with the last bit. So I'm going to grab Marissa, and I'm going to spotlight her. So where were you before Juice Plus? What exciting things have happened to you so far, and why? And what are you looking forward to in the future, I guess?
Hi, Jans. Thank you. And just let me just say how inspirational is Jana. And this is what I truly love about the business is all these inspiring stories that, you know, you see and hear, and we all hope for ourselves. It's certainly been a whirlwind for me. I came into the business, not really actually wanting to come into the business. I came in from just being a customer. My son had a tongue placement issue and couldn't swallow certain foods, and long story short, we've had some amazing success with the products itself and his journey, and not only his journey but my journey as well on the products. But I started hearing and seeing all these great stories just through Facebook. And being very entrepreneurial myself and business orientated, it definitely got my interest. And I come from a traditional business and also have worked in the corporate world for over 15 years. And when you become a mum, you really kind of look at life in a different aspect. You certainly want more time freedom, and we all know that the traditional job just definitely can't give us that. And the traditional business also can't do that as well, and that's what I was craving for. But for 10 years I was a stay-at-home mum, and I really truly lost my identity in that role. I struggled, as much as I love being a mum, I did struggle with not having my own income and really not being able to do something for me. And when I started seeing these stories on Facebook, it definitely, got me intrigued, but I was a little bit concerned because I already had, the traditional business partner had the traditional business in the construction industry, and I just didn't think I'd have enough time to do something like this. But I knew that if I didn't take the step, I would still be stuck in the same rut that I was in. And I've been in the business now for just short of 7 months, going on to 7 months, and it's been an epic journey so far. I've created an amazing team. I see a light at the end of the tunnel, and I love helping now mums that have been in a similar situation to myself. And there's nothing that can compare being around so many inspirational people, because it truly is a business where dreams can come true, and I've seen it with my own eyes, and I'm so excited for the journey on where it's going to become in the next 12 months. But yeah, that's my story in 90 seconds, maybe a little bit over, Johns. I can go on and on and on.
I know, it's hard, isn't it? We don't want to bore people with how excited we are doing. Now, I don't know, Linz, can you hear me? Linz was going to share too, but she is juggling 2 little ones yet, but she's looking good. She's coming. Yeah, here we go. But hubby is away, so I'm going to spotlight her. So the same for you, Lindsay. How did Juice Plus come into your life? What exciting things have happened to you so far, and why do you love sharing the business, or what's exciting going forward?
Sure, no worries. So Juice Plus into my world February last year. Jana actually introduced it to me, and I wasn't looking for anything. I wasn't looking for a product. I wasn't looking for a business. I just got FOMO because Jana was spruiking on about how fantastic she felt, and she had 2 little kids too, and I thought, how could she feel so fantastic? I don't understand. So I asked her what it was all about, and when she told me about the product, it just made sense to me. Our family is a reasonably healthy family. However, I was, more than happy to boost our nutrition and help us in that way. So that made sense straight away. Literally 4 days later, I realized that she was making money off me, and if I joined the business, I could get that money. So I was like, I'm not going to miss out on that as well. FOMO struck me again. And so I signed up to the business having no idea what I was doing and what I was getting into. So I played that happy game for a few months. And then I went back to work. I was on maternity leave at the time, and I went back to work full time in June after that February. And I put my daughter into full-time childcare. I moved interstate, and my husband was away at sea because he's in the Navy, and he was away as well. And so I guess reality just hit me in the face. And I realized that this was going to be my life. You know, I was going to go to work. I was going to pay for someone else to bring up my child. And I wasn't going to see my husband very much. And I just decided that I didn't want to do that. So I reached back out to Jana and I said, look, I'm loving getting my product cheaper and free because I shared it with that many people, but I want to make this business something more than that. I want to change my family's life. And so we went to work, and she's helped me do just that. And this year I went on maternity leave again with my, now tomorrow she'll be 12 weeks old actually, my third child. And I went on maternity leave knowing that I'm not going back to work next year when I finish. I have built up the business enough that I can afford to stay home and not have to put the kids in childcare and not see them. And that's incredible for me. You know, it'll be 12 years for me in the Navy where I thought that I had to work that hard to be able to provide the quality of life and live the lifestyle that we enjoy living. I thought I would have to do that. And now I don't have to. I don't have to miss out anymore. And that's incredible. But what I get to do now, courtesy of Jana inspiring me, is I get to teach other people to do that as well. And, you know, every day I'm blown away by the people that are coming into my world. And whose lives I'm getting to help change to create whatever type of success that they want to create and whatever kind of freedom lifestyle that they would like to create, because it's different for everybody. You know, some people love their job, but they want to stay at work. They just want a travel fund. Whatever that is, that's cool. And I get to help them create that. And it's incredibly rewarding. I never thought that that was something that would be on my radar and that I would get so much, you know, joy out of, but I do. I just love it. Hence, you know, I'm juggled my two crazy children tonight to be on this event so that I could share that story again. So thank you, Jana, for letting me jump on.
Thank you. And look, you know, Lindsay is my best friend. We've known each other since we were like 10 and 11. From primary school. We've reunited in the defence, and since then we've been like, you know, like that. But in saying that, she was uniform and I was civilian defence, so she was posted in and out all the time, and I never got to see her. And so we'd have those quiet times and slumps in our relationship. But this business is what's really brought us back together. We get to talk every day. We've caught up 4 times, 5 times, I'm not sure, since having the business, which I would not have been able to do without this business. I've got to meet Harper and I've got to meet Chelsea face to face, not just on Zoom, not through the internet. And then, you know, obviously all these other beautiful relationships you get to build on the way. But so rewarding in so many different ways. I guess the next one up from there is QNMD. You're almost at the top. That's a $1,500 bonus for you and a $1,500 bonus for your teacher. And this is where I'm so close. I'm almost there. I can taste it. And then the next one is NMD. $3,000 bonus for you and you only, because by then your teacher's earning way too much money and they don't need it. And you're on about 80 to 120,000. But from there, it's up to you. You just keep growing it. Or like, you know, they say to us with this organisation, you can come in and you know, work head down, bum up for 4 years and then live the rest of your life on the beach. But it's totally up to you. I don't think I could ever do that. You sort of get a bit addicted and you love helping other people create the same thing that you have, because it's just constantly rewarding and you're so thankful to be a part of this journey with each and every person that comes into your life. So that's about it. That's our program, our product, and our opportunity in a nutshell. And you can probably see why we're so excited to always share it. But if you are watching this either tonight or as a recording, thank you so much for, you know, taking the time to do so. If we didn't get all your questions answered, please reach out to the person that invited you to watch this and get those questions answered. Because it could be, you know, it could be, what if? Just ask yourself, what if? What could be for you? You know, it definitely wasn't on the cards for me or for Lindsay, even for Marissa. But well done to the girls that launched tonight. Thank you so much for everybody that shared, and hopefully we see you all again soon. So thank you and good night.